wondering why the thing wasn't showing up. It's because I didn't have a display capture set for this one. You didn't miss much, trust me. We were just starting now. Portkey Games, Wizarding World.
Lumos.
Here we go. We already know this game looks fucking amazing. So this is in-game footage, alright. Mix of gameplay and in-game cinematics. So we're getting gameplay footage here for once, which is nice. I'll turn it down.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Wow. Alright, so we're gonna get a bunch of... For an open world game, they're gonna be like pulling from the edges of the world lore for this. Oh my god, look at that.
Welcome to Hogwarts
That's
Legacy.
in-game footage?
You're a new student at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry.
This looks
with
beautiful.
a unique ability to manipulate powerful ancient magic hidden in the wizarding world. You'll need to uncover what's behind the return of this forgotten magic and who is seeking to harness it to destroy wizard kind, as you may be the one that decides the fate of the entire wizarding world.
I wonder if it's gonna be like more choice, like it'll be
But
obviously it's
before you
open
can
world, so
study
I wonder if
magic
it's
and
story
begin
driven,
to solve
like
these
linear,
mysteries, you must create
plot,
the witch or wizard you want to be.
choice based. But okay, character customization looks
When
alright.
you arrive at Hogwarts,
Not too much
you
to
will
look
be
at
sorted
there.
into one of the 4 Hogwarts houses: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff,
Ooh, how do you get
Ravenclaw,
sorted?
or
Is it a
Slytherin.
quiz?
After you settle into your dormitory, you will meet up with your housemates in the common room. You will then need to attend classes, and you do have some catching up to do, as you were starting Hogwarts
Interesting.
late
You probably
as a
should pick
5th
your
year.
house, actually.
So you are the new student.
You'll begin your studies attending Charms, Defense Against the Dark Arts, Herbology, and
So you go
Potions
to class.
classes,
This is awesome.
to name a few.
Oh, hello, class. Please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
Shall we begin?
It
Welcome
feels very
to year
lively,
5
like it
of
still
Charms.
feels like
now,
a good
this
universe.
will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am
I wonder where this
confident
takes place in the timeline.
we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge.
The best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Oh, we've got a rival already? They giving us a rival from Slytherin? I guess depending on what house you're in.
You may begin.
Ooh, okay. So it's like Arkham wand combat.
Bad for a beginner.
It's like if you gave Batman a
Potions
wand.
is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught
Which
at
might
this
actually be the
school.
best way to play
Here,
it. I
you'll
wonder
meet
if you
your
can like
professors and learn to cast
like,
spells, grow magical plants,
combo them.
brew
Combo the
potions,
skills,
and more.
the spells.
In between classes, you'll be able to explore the castle famous for its secrets, enchantments, and mysteries.
Jeez. This will probably be
You'll
like the
discover
first time we
dungeons
get a
and secret
full
passageways.
dedicated layout of Hogwarts, right? Interesting.
As well as challenging puzzles that will require magical skill and a clever mind
Why
to
do I
solve.
feel like we're gonna use that spell a lot? Like the puzzles
You
might
may
just
even
be
find
using one or
yourself
two
in iconic
spells.
locations you've never been able to explore before.
The Commonwealth Kitchen. Yeah, so we are going to get a dedicated layout of Hogwarts here, so we'll finally get to see what definitively the school looks like.
It's
What
the
is
late
that? The pool
1800s,
room?
so while the common rooms and classes may be familiar, most of your professors will not be. However, you may recognize a few faces.
All in good fun. Once Sir Patrick lets me join the Headless Hunt, I'll be right there with them. This offering is sure to win them over.
Don't forget why I'm here, sir.
You'll come to know this eclectic group of talented witches and wizards in class and while completing side assignments that are part of a special curriculum.
Yeah, we're gonna be using that
one's
spell a
designed
lot,
to
huh?
help you catch up with the other 5th years at your own speed.
So we're starting late as a 5th year? It's an interesting way to scale your abilities. I
Opportunities for adventure
That looks like a
abound
boss
in the
fight.
area surrounding Hogwarts. The magical abilities you learn to master through your schoolwork will soon become tested as you unravel a dangerous mystery by working alongside the accomplished and yet
Oh, wow.
enigmatic Professor Fig to try and discover if the rumors of a mounting goblin rebellion hold any weight, and if the safety of Hogwarts lies in the balance.
I have
Gotcha. So
opinions
goblins
differ
are
as
the
to how
main
great a
enemies.
threat he really is.
Oh, okay.
Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more.
I wonder
than
if there's like
people
dual
realize.
spell wielding and
wizarding
stuff
world
like
of
that
this
too.
era
I
is
really want to see
fraught
what the
with
combat
dangers.
spell. Oh, here we go. Even
Creatures
more.
corrupted by a magical force,
Interesting.
powerful goblins,
Is there like dodges?
and
'Cause it looks
sinister
like you just get
witches and
shit rocked.
wizards, all willing to fight, even kill, to achieve their own goals. In fact, there's an
Yeah, that looks like a
alliance
quick combo.
between
I wonder
goblins
how
and
much
dark
mana
wizards.
you have.
You said
And if you
could get
can
to the
physically
shop when they
attack.
came to Hogsmeade.
Imagine doing a
All
run of
you
Hogwarts where it's
needed
just
was a
physical combat.
distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction.
That's a very tacky magician's
Who is this
costume.
child? Are you not telling me?
But perhaps you shouldn't involve yourself with that just yet.
Let's go.
Interesting. Here we go, spells and combat. Alright. A lot of puzzle spells. I wonder if you'll be able to use those spells in combat as well. Because Accio, you could pull someone towards you for sure. But I don't think you can repair somebody in a fight. Okay, we got beam struggles. I wonder if it's a button mash or something.
Enemies possess unique defensive and offensive abilities, including blasting curses, stunning
Interesting.
spells,
I have not seen this
enchanted
man dodge
weaponry,
once.
and more. While some
Or
may
use a
attack
defensive spell.
directly, others might enchant and incapacitate you. Mastery of the shield charm allows
Cool,
you
so
to
you can
deflect
specialize.
ranged spells and direct weapon strikes.
There we go. Okay, he's dodging and stuff. So we can see some really cool
Counterattack
like
with powerful
combat
stunning
counters
charms,
here.
allowing you to follow up with extended spell combinations.
There was Accio there just a second ago. I wonder what main attack he's using.
Students who become particularly adept at spellcasting will find
Is
many
Expelliarmus
ways to
in the
exploit
loadout? Can I
their
play a
enemies'
Harry
weakness.
Potter pacifist route? Oh yeah, Expelliarmus is in there. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't be, but this looks like you can combo some
Slam with
insane
Descendo.
spells together.
Roast with Incendio. Devastate your enemies using various finishes.
You know, if they add the
You can
ability to
even
use
use the
like voice
mysterious,
commands
powerful
in this
magic your
game, that would be
professors do
even
not
cooler. I
understand
know they'll probably
to
mod it on
obliterate your
PC if it does
strongest
come to
foes.
PC. But
Mixing and matching dozens of spells will let you define your combat style.
so yeah, okay, your combat style is based
On your
entirely
path
on
to
you. I
become
love
the
that.
ultimate duelist.
This is exactly what we've needed. Beautiful. Now they're just teasing us with all the extra gameplay. They're like, yeah, you
You'd be
wanted
good enough to
gameplay, now we
blast
got
each
it.
other to pieces in your own
Is that a
time.
Weasley?
In addition to classes and spells,
Are there
you'll have
Weasleys in this
access to
game?
a deep set of upgrades, talents, and skills to aid your progression
Owl
as a
Post,
wizard.
inventory
Complete
collection,
challenges throughout the world to earn experience. Level up your abilities by choosing talents to upgrade your spells, plants, and potions to increase their power. Decide which talents best fit your playstyle to allow you to focus on your favorite types of magic. You can also loot, buy, or craft your own magical gear that will increase your offensive and defensive capabilities in combat. Gear can be upgraded and
See,
specialized
the
to
problem
allow
is,
for
right,
greater
with
abilities
this
for
much
your chosen
stuff in your
playstyle.
game,
strong,
it almost makes me wish it was a game that didn't hold your hand, because I feel like it's gonna have to with all its like different things in it. It's gonna have to give you a lot of help.
Spells are not the only tools at your disposal in combat.
Like, if you
As
could
you
just
hone
mix and
your
match
wand
ingredients
skills,
until you
you can
find a potion
continue
that
to further
works.
your magical
That'd be so
education at
sick.
Hogwarts, progressing your development as a witch or wizard. Brew potions that can increase your power when you need a boost.
Interesting.
Grow and
I wonder
deploy
if there's, like,
magical
time
plants to mob
deflection.
the battlefield and keep your enemies at bay.
Like parry.
You can even unleash
Alright.
deadly mandrake seedlings to incapacitate unsuspecting
All that's
enemies.
left now is pets. Pets and
In Beasts class, you will learn about a variety of magical beasts you might
Pets
encounter,
and brooms.
both at school and as you explore the world surrounding the castle and its grounds.
The goal of today is to remind all
There
of
we
you
go.
how to maneuver
They've
on a
answered both my
broomstick
questions.
safely.
Learning and mastering broomflight is highly recommended so that you may travel around the world more quickly.
I want you to do my herbology homework.
Can you play Quidditch
You're
though?
despicable.
Can you play Quidditch? Companions.
Some
Okay,
abilities
so we're
may
getting
be
some people
taught
with
to
us.
you by students who become your friends. As you develop relationships with these schoolmates, they can accompany you on your journey as your companions. And
That's
over
awesome.
time, you'll learn their stories.
I wonder how many there are to choose
This is our
from.
chance.
Probably like 3, one for each house.
Natsai
Maybe.
Onai is a brave adventurer driven by the justice she seeks. Poppy Sweeting has a kind heart and loves magical
Hufflepuff.
beasts, connecting with them more easily than with humans.
What happens now?
Unafraid of detention or breaking the rules,
Sneaking in the restricted section again!
is Sebastian Sallow, a charismatic Slytherin
We've been over this, boy.
He'll
Hufflepuff
probably
cannot
be my
reverse a curse.
companion.
with a troubling family secret.
Nothing can. The
Unless the
sooner you accept
Ravenclaw
that
character
reality,
is
the better.
considerably better.
You'll meet these students and more as you explore
Oh, they're not
common
gonna tell you
rooms,
who's in
hallways
Ravenclaw.
between classes
Slytherin
and
guys got
regular
my vote,
gathering
though.
areas.
The Room of Requirement.
Welcome to the Room of Requirement.
This is like our home base. I guess our
One of the
common
most
room would be
remarkable secrets of Hogwarts is known as the Room of Requirement.
Oh, it literally stores every. It is your home
You're
base.
introduced
Okay.
to this space that seems to sense what you need and then provides it for you.
Interesting.
Since you need to catch up to your peers, the room provides space for you to sow and harvest plants, brew potions, and
Okay.
upgrade your gear.
So you got a safe house.
A helpful house elf named Deke helps you discover vivariums that allow you to nurture your own menagerie of magical beasts.
What is it? He
Really?
isn't sure. Only one way to find out.
So
You
we
can
get actual
freely
pet
customize
pets.
this space to reflect your personality and magical specialties.
Oh, this is awesome! They just keep adding more and more. And you can pet the cat. Or you can brush the cat. You can fly on a hippogriff? Is that a dragon? Holy shit!
Not everything
they
you need
just
on your
keep
journey
showing
is
stuff
available
off.
at Hogwarts. You'll want to visit the nearby wizarding village of
Hogsmeade,
Hogsmeade,
okay.
where loads of shops and vendors can provide you with the supplies you require. From
That's
potion
awesome.
ingredients and recipes to seeds for
There-
magical plants.
This already
to
has
all
sold me.
sorts
There's
of
not
gear.
much else you can need to. Look at this. It's
But
like
Hogsmeade
a Run
also
You
has
Wizard
its
101
dangerous
costume
side.
because they're all like
a band
very
of dark witches
similar,
and wizards
but-
emboldened by the turmoil of the times wander the village outskirts. You must avoid them or defeat them.
I think it's
As you
okay if they
explore,
sacrifice character
you'll
creation
find the
for all
world
this extra
surrounding
fucking
Hogwarts
world
is
building.
alive with activity, wonders, and areas of unusual interest. As the school year progresses, dynamic
Like on the Heron
seasons and
face.
climates will fill
The
the,
clothes
sky
seem to
with
have plenty.
lightning or sunshine, or coat the ground
Holy
with snow
shit!
or rain.
Dynamic weather.
Unique wizarding hamlets pepper the countryside, each with vendors and residents who have stories
The
to
graphics
tell.
give me a very Red Dead 2 similarity
And
in terms
missions
of
with
realism,
which they
but
could
also
use your
kind of
assistance.
stylized, and I like it.
Be on the lookout for enchanting magical puzzles that may very well have been designed by Merlin himself when he was a student at Hogwarts.
Wow.
Magical beasts roam the lands outside
this'll
the
be
castle
fun.
walls. Some have been corrupted by a mysterious dark magic, while others are at risk of poachers and their traps. If you're feeling benevolent, you can rescue them and restore them to health in the Room
Oh,
of
that's
Requirement.
awesome.
But there are dangers beyond your understanding in the world as well. Dungeons and vaults hold perilous
What else-
threats
what
and
else could there
also
possibly be?
untold rewards.
A gun?
Be
That's the only thing you
careful
can tell
where
me
you choose
now.
to explore, as it may lead you down a darker path.
Interesting. So you can
Master
go evil.
spells. Befriend new allies. Journey across a landscape never seen before. Uncover ancient secrets. Combat mystical threats. Learn long-forgotten mysteries. Become the witch or wizard you want to be as you leave your unique mark on the wizarding world.
So you can just choose how you want to go about this.
In Hogwarts Legacy.
I think they might have just made the best open world game of all time. Or at least the best Harry Potter game there will ever be. Holiday 2022. That is December of this year. In like 8 months. Oh, I should not pause it, it's live. But in 8
That
months!
was your first extended look at Hogwarts
Holy
Legacy.
shit! And
Now
it's a
let's hear
PS5
from
and
the real
PS4
wizards and
exclusive,
witches
right?
behind
so
the
I'll
game.
have to get a PS5 for that now. I've been putting it off. Like, I have one, like, semi-purchased. I just haven't found one in stock that I can get.
The attention to
lately.
detail and the passion and the love for this brand that the team has
I can
is
fucking
astonishing.
imagine. It seems like it was put together by Harry
Our
Potter
team is
fans.
so excited to take all of the love that they put into this as fans and give it to fans.
This is the game that they've dreamed
Notice,
of
I don't think J.K.
for
Rowling's name
20
is on
years.
this at all, which is strange, but also I get it, like, but also strange, right? Like, no matter which side of the argument you stand on, it's so
The lore
weird
of
to
the
think that
Wizarding
the
World is
creator
already
of the
so
franchise
rich.
hasn't touched
And
the game.
all we had to do was harness those elements and build a game out of it.
The movies,
She was
the
probably a
books,
consultant
they all
for
touched
sure,
me in such a way. Like, it makes me
She's
want
not
to
like
go
a head
to
writer or anything.
experience Hogwarts.
Oh,
and
they have
can
their
put in
houses
so much
next
more
to them.
detail into this game.
This concept art is beautiful. When I was younger, I wanted to be a concept artist.
Really
I don't
want to
have
make sure
an
that
artistic
anything
bone
we
in my
add, or
body,
anything we
but
play
I
with,
wish.
or anything that we explore really feels authentic.
The game
Bringing to
director's a
life just
Ravenclaw.
the charm and the love.
And the
everything
environment
we have
artist
for
is a
the books,
Gryffindor.
And then marrying that
Interesting.
with the iconic experiences from the movies.
What did
that
the
fans will
Hufflepuff do? I feel
recognize.
like he was. I feel
It's
like
really
everybody's
just a
job
perfect
really fit their
handshake
house.
between the two. Just the discovery of like seeing things portrayed for the first time. Maybe they've read something and had a picture
Right.
in their head the whole time, but then finally to get to touch it, to walk around it.
This is going to be the definitive
You've got
Harry
all
Potter
these elements
like
that can come together
guide
to create
from now
this
on for the
amazing
world.
AAA open
At least to
world
me.
action RPG.
When it comes to the open world, we just knew it wasn't going to be enough to just stare out of the windows of Hogwarts and wonder what it's like out there. But the final question that fans ask is, what's beyond that? What's
Right.
beyond the Forbidden Forest? What's going to be beyond Hogsmeade? What's beyond the
They're
Black
going
Lake if I
past
start
that?
traveling south? And we just felt like we had to answer those questions.
How big is it in comparison? I need a comparison because I can't. Like, how big is it compared to like
creating a real
Skyrim?
wide
That's a good
palette of
baseline for me.
opportunities and ways to explore the world. You're going to see different stories that are really exclusive to who you were in the world.
Hogwarts Legacy is an original story that takes place in the late 1800s.
You are a new student who
Okay,
is
late
starting
1800s.
at the famed School of
So
Witchcraft
way
and
before
Wizardry
Harry Potter, right?
as a 5th year, which is very unusual.
Narrative director.
So already there's a bit of an edge and a bit of a mystery.
The original story that we tell in the game is your story of what you did, in the Wizarding world that you haven't seen before.
Or make our own magic with our story we're trying to tell.
Fans are familiar with the Wizarding world from, the 1900s and on, really. But
Mhm.
now, with this world, we're able to sort of
Smart.
create a
So they
space
did a
that's their
prequel
own.
essentially, which is way smarter because you don't have to reference the source material.
Fans of the series will know that ancient magic has been around for a long time, to say the least, and that Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic. And the Avatar, the player, has the ability to sense it and possibly wield it or control it.
Our process of development started with rereading the books. And over
Got you.
development,
Okay.
we reread the books.
I would have
many
loved to
times.
work on this game.
Every time we start with a new feature, we dig into
I've read
that.
every Harry
and then
Potter
beyond,
book
we
twice,
would go into
and the second
films.
book I finished in one day. The first time when I was like 10 or 11. I loved me Harry Potter as a kid. I did every project on it.
what this universe was a pretty big
Concept
deal.
department head is a
I
Hufflepuff.
helped design a piece
It
that
feels like
nobody
the
has ever seen
dreamers
before.
in the groups
The
tend to be
Hufflepuff
more
Commonwealth.
Hufflepuff Gryffindor,
You know,
and
as a
the
Hufflepuff,
managers
you always
or
wondered, like,
directors
what
tend
is
to
my
be
Commonwealth
Ravenclaw.
supposed to
I haven't
look
seen a
like?
Slytherin
It's
though.
close enough to the world that we know that fans will recognize certain
Unless she
names.
was a Slytherin,
They'll
she might have
recognize spells. They'll recognize certain locations.
I recognize the spells,
I recognize that
and I
classroom.
definitely recognize some of the
Mostly,
places.
It's going to be an entirely new Wizarding world that no one's ever experienced.
I'm so excited for this.
When people engage in the Wizarding world, what's the one anchor? Like, what's the thing that everyone comes back to? What's the thing that grounds it all and grounds all these characters and grounds all these figures? And for us, we really felt like that answer was Hogwarts itself. That school, that famous school of witchcraft and wizardry, is really what binds it all.
It looks
How
so
to
beautiful.
bring Hogwarts to life. That was a very
Like,
big
imagine being
challenge
able to see this in
because, as
person,
everybody
in real
knows,
life.
Hogwarts is huge.
Now we need to know exactly how this passage connects
is
to this
fucking
passage for
beautiful.
game, because you're gonna have to walk it.
And of course, again, the Sentient Castle, it's got new surprises up its sleeves. It likes to keep its students on its toes. We've put so many little secrets and passageways and rooms in this castle.
We recreate
You can
those
tell this
very
company
important
loves it
locations.
so much.
And then there's these other
And it
places
implies they're gonna
that
make
are only
other
mentioned
stuff
in
in
the
the Wizard
books
world,
or
too,
just
based on their
alluded to.
company name.
And we have to make the connective tissue that brings all of it together.
Like, we might see just a dedicated
Having
Quidditch
a
game
world
for
that
like
is
PSVR.
a breathing, living world is very hard to do. because it's all about the details. And as a concept
Now imagine
team,
if this
we
was the
really
first game to add like a
got into
mini
those
game that
details
requires the
and
headset.
studied
So you
history,
put on the
studied
VR headset to play
architecture.
Quidditch. Would be pretty cool and help
I
you
hope
sell the
that when
PSVR
fans
too.
play the game, they get as lost in it as I do. I can just be reviewing a side mission, and all of a sudden I find myself wandering Hogwarts for like 45 minutes because it's so beautiful.
The community is absolutely going to love Hogwarts Legacy.
It's going to be so fun.
Get that letter to Hogwarts and go to Hogwarts.
We're so excited for people to come to this, to inhabit it.
You know how
to
nice
actually
it would be
enter
to
the
receive a
Hogwarts
letter
that
of
we built.
Hogwarts as
This
like
is your
a
Hogwarts
content
legacy.
like pack for the game, like a content creators edition or a collector's edition that comes with a official letter stamped and everything. That'd be so sick.
We truly hope you enjoyed the Hogwarts Legacy State of Play. Our team is so grateful for the excitement
I'm
and for
so
the
happy
passion
that they're putting
all of
so
you
much
bring
effort
to
into
this.
this.
It's truly what fuels us. On behalf of our team at WB Games Avalanche, we want to thank you for being here today, and we'll see you at Hogwarts.
Thank you so much, Warner Brothers. That is so
That's our
fucking
show.
amazing.
We hope you're
It's such a
excited for the
good game.
magic to come.
It's gonna be
See you
so
next
good.
time.
I'm not even like, it's one of those games where I know it's gonna be good too because they're so passionate about it. Oh man, and rarely ever do I get to nerd out about the extra nerdy stuff like Harry Potter, but man, I fucking loved. I've been so excited for this game to come out. I don't think I showed that enough when we watched the first trailer, but fuck, man, this is gonna be so good. Is that everything for the announcement, or is there something special at the end? I'm cool if this is the end because we might move into a game or something, but take my money. Let's see. So Dumbledore's 11 when this takes place. I don't know if that's exactly true. Epic, W, looks interesting, but also seems like they have gameplay systems in place to promote an in-game shop. I was thinking that too when they showed off the Room of Requirement. That comment actually sparked that in my head. Yeah, the only way they can ruin this game right now is if they do it with in-game purchases. Like if they add in-game purchases to buy like extra XP, or you see, in open world RPGs it's hard to build a pay-to-win system, but there are definitely ways to build in a pay-to-progress system. I know Avengers did it and got slapped. I know I beat that game even though it's already dead, but as long as they don't add any microtransactions, they seem to have made a beautiful, beautiful game with an amazing world, and they seem really passionate about making it perfect for them, like which as fans, which means it'll be perfect for us as fans. If they want it to be perfect and justify their childhood dreams of exploring Hogwarts, I feel like, and they have the ability to do so, I feel like they would stop at nothing to make it great. Any other company that didn't care would have stopped it at Hogwarts and the area around it, stopped it like the Forbidden Forest. And that would have been like where the majority of the game probably would have taken place, fighting enemies in the Forbidden Forest, because there's just so much of it, you could put everything there and explain it away with a meta device. But I'm very excited to have passionate creators behind a game again, which is so nice, instead of just a company obsessed with money. I know Warner Brothers is a big company at the end of the day, but you know, it all comes down to the company that's working on it. Like CD Projekt Red, and I won't shit on Cyberpunk anymore, I promise. I haven't played it enough to give it shit anymore since the new update. But it seems more at the end of the day like those were a company doing a company's job, whereas this seems like a bunch of fans joining a company to work on something they're in love with. And so I think that's really what they needed. But without further ado, that is it for the Hogwarts Legacy State of Play from PlayStation today. Thank you to everybody who tuned into this part of the stream, if you were tuning in, and everybody who watched this on YouTube at VictoryTGH. I thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video shortly. Peace.